Hey everybody, Sean Bukowski here. Hope you're all having a great week. So it's the return of the blog. It's been so long since I wrote a blog entry, but I am back and I'm going to be writing maybe not quite as often as I used to. I used to do every week and I might do a little less than that, but there are going to be regular blogs back in there. So please check it out. And the latest one is pretty interesting. It's frankly my belief that we don't need non-competes. Now, I'm not an employment lawyer, I understand that, but I am a corporate lawyer, a business lawyer, and so I work with businesses all the time. And I just think that the proliferation of a non-compete is a bad trend, and we need to push back on it as good business owners. So first, how does it work? In Texas, for example, non-competes are allowed, but they are strictly interpreted, and they have to be. There has to be a clear geographic restriction, the time, and then what it covers, and those have to be limited. So to be able to be enforced by a court, all three of those things have to be there, and they have to be pretty limited. But if they are enforced by Texas courts. Now, you probably recall the FCC tried to outlaw non-competes entirely during the Biden administration, and then the Trump administration has reversed this, so we can't really worry or look to the federal government for help on this. So why am I saying this? Frankly, non-competes have gotten out of control, and I get it. I understand why businesses want to do this. They want to protect what they have, but it's gotten out of control. I mean, you hear stories about fast food line workers getting hit with a non-compete. That's just so outrageous. And really, the reason I say this and why I think non-competes, companies need to go away from them and stop using them, is you don't need them. What you're really looking for, first of all, do you really want to keep somebody there at your company if they don't want to be there? Of course not. So what you're really looking for is them to not take what they've learned from you and use it against you. Well, that's why we have non-disclosure agreements. That's why we have non-solicitation agreements. That's why, we have all these other ways of getting there. And we can use those instead of non-competes, because what non-competes ultimately do is restrict free flow of people and restrict competition, which is frankly un-American. And so I really think that there's ways through other agreements to get these things accomplished without having to restrict competition in, frankly, an un-American way. So give me a call. We'll talk about how you can get rid of your non-competes and use other agreements to get exactly where you want to be. Thanks a lot. Please start reading the blog again. I'm excited to be writing again. So thanks a lot.